Today we are going to look at what makes RMC such a good roller coaster manufacturer. RMC is a coaster manufacturer that makes old, dying, rough wooden coasters into new steel hybrid coasters. RMC debuted in 2011 by turning the old, rough wooden coaster the Texas Giant, and they transformed it into the new Texas Giant by adding steel track and adding more intense and crazy elements to the ride. This was a big success for RMC, and soon they had another job just down the street at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, for a coaster called Rattler that later turned into Iron Rattler, and it had the first inversion on an RMC coaster. As you can tell by the amount of RMCs today, this was an insanely successful ride model, and parks really love them because they can take an old coaster like Main Street at Cedar Point, which was getting really rough, and turn it into Steel Vengeance, a steel hybrid coaster. Steel Vengeance is, in most people's opinions, the best coaster in the world, and is a crowd pleaser at Cedar Point. It's amazing to think that it only costed Cedar Point $7.5 million to create this beast of a coaster. Other parks quickly caught on, and now a lot of parks around the world have them because they are very cheap and they put their park on the map for coaster enthusiasts. For example, Fun Spot Atlanta is such a small park that when coaster enthusiasts, even people that live near it, they would go to Six Flags Over Georgia instead because it's only about half an hour away, and Over Georgia has a way better coaster lineup than Fun Spot Atlanta. This all changed in 2023 when Fun Spot Atlanta opened their huge RMC masterpiece, Air Force One, which immediately turned Fun Spot Atlanta from a small park nobody really wanted to go to into a still small-sized park, but coaster enthusiasts like me still want to go because they want to ride Air Force One, and that's just how good RMC is. But that's only one of their models. RMC has a couple other models, such as the wooden coaster, which I don't even know if I can call that a model, but RMC makes wooden coasters. They excel in breaking records in height, drop angle, and inversions on wooden coasters. Some of their famous ones consist of Wildfire at Kolmården Zoo in Sweden and Lightning Rod at Dollywood, that is known for having a launched lift hill, which was very problematic, and they had to change the lift hill to a regular lift hill. Unfortunately, a lot of the wooden coaster RMC makes has the tracks replaced with steel tracking. The final two models that RMC has are the Raptors and the T-Rexes, which are the single-rail coasters. The RMC T-Rex model is a large single-rail coaster sitting two across, and it can be up to 500 feet tall. This model is made for big parks with a lot of money, such as Cedar Point and Kings Island, but unfortunately none of them have been made. The other model is the Raptor, and it was built to hold 8 to 12 people at a time, with only one person per row on the trains. It was also made for smaller parks and cheaper parks like the Fun Spot parks, but weirdly, big parks such as Magic Mountain and Great Adventure have the Raptor models and not the T-Rex. Even though it's a great coaster model, coaster enthusiasts prefer the wooden coaster and steel hybrid coaster model better than the Raptors, and they always put the Raptors at the bottom of their rankings. With all four models and insane elements, RMC has really made a name in the coaster world, and they have converted parks from a bad park to a good park, and they've made some elements so good that even if you're not a coaster enthusiast, you can enjoy it. RMC is yet to make a bad coaster, and none of them have been closed over their whole entire lifetime. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment your favorite RMC in the comment section, and I'll see you next time. Bye!